Oh man, listen to that mouse wheel. Sounds like a frog croaking. Listen to that mouse wheel. Where's the game at? Oh, here we are. I'm gonna vibe for a minute. Gnome hat. I'm gonna vibe for a minute. Look at this. Still no light. Can I hold your hand? 6. Let's face the. Yeah, I'm gonna put on a cool, matching yellow hat. Look at us. I kind of hate this hat though. Going back to the gnome. Look at that. I don't want you to murder me, but I kind of have a feeling it's gonna happen. Sooner or later. Alright. Should I start the stream? Should I begin in earnest? Sorry once again for my mic quality. Eventually I'll get a mic. That's good. Not yet. Not today. Not in the 12 hours between yesterday and today. Alright, so I learned, between last stream and this stream, I learned that this fellow with the gnome hat is named Mono. I know that now. And this, of course, is 6. Protagonist of the first game. Ascended God. Spoiler alert. Probably could kill me. Although I was thinking, it seems like 6 is no longer a god. It seems like 6's abilities have elapsed, which I am personally fine with, because there's been a growing sense of unease about what this little friend is capable of doing, not only to my enemies but to me. And I'm not totally comfy with that. For the time being, though, they're pretty helpful. She's pretty helpful. 6, I'm pretty sure, is a girl. Nope. What about this? What about this? Are you gonna boost me? This feels dangerous. Seems too rainy. Oh wait, is that a hat? It is a hat, but not one that I can wear, I guess. Oh, I see. Got it. Look at us. So I think this is the start of a new chapter. Because I got an achievement earlier. Can I get a better look at Mono's face if I do this? No, not really. A marginally better look. That's okay. I also yesterday I did a big jump that was not intended by the developers of this game, and I was kind of curious about what speed tech for the speedrun looks in this game, and it's pretty wild. There aren't any like submitted runs yet, but I've seen some like clips of really big jumps that make my jump look. Oh, there's the end of the chapter. Got it. That's the end of the chapter. New chapter. But yeah, my jump, which went from like the bottom of the screen to almost the top of the screen, is completely dwarfed by jumps that the so-called hunter skip just involves clearing like 3 full screens with a single jump. That just goes really, really, really high into the skybox of the game. And over every obstacle. And is that a person? It sure looks like one. Unlike yesterday, it's dark. Maybe I should turn that light off in the corner of my room to be like fully scared. I'm keeping my eye on that wheelchair. I see that rope. Okay. Six is a platforming expert. I, however, am not. I knew that jump was gonna miss. Depth perception. Let me learn about it. Let me learn the proper depth to perceive. Like this? Yeah. Then I do this. What is going on here? Who did this? There's someone on a bed back there. Oh, good. I missed light bulb puzzles. I really did. I really missed them. That's a lie. They're scary. They're really scary. Okay, maybe I should just put it in like a normal person and not. Now hold on. I'm gonna check back here. Okay. Light bulbs figured pretty prominently in the first game. Or like not light bulbs, but they're Look, I tried to get in, and I didn't. Oh, it's starting me all the way back here. Well, at least now I know what I'm supposed to do. I did that again, though. I didn't learn. Alright. These two children combined do not weigh a lot. They cannot possibly weigh that much. Like, that is a faulty elevator if it is able to be... 6, are you... You just leave me? I can't say I like that. So the game has made me feel vulnerable. I think that's 6 in the bottom. I think I'll get my flashlight now. I was wondering when this was gonna... So, I first played the Little Nightmares DLC in Maine, in the woods, far away from any sort of civilization. That's a lie. I mean, in a town of like 800 people, so not that uncivil, like not in the middle of the woods with nobody there, but like, you know, pretty far off the beaten trail. And I started playing it at night, and at the part where the runaway kid, has to pick up the flashlight, I was like, I can't do this. Because as soon as I pick up the flashlight, I'm gonna have to see things with it. And I didn't want to... I didn't want to see things. And I'm feeling that a little bit now, although being in a city rather than in the woods makes it a little bit better. But, like, I simply would like to not see. I simply do not want to see anything that could hurt me. That said, I've also played the second level of the Little Nightmares 1 DLC. And so I know that not being able to see to something doesn't necessarily mean that you're safe. So maybe I'm kind of happy to have this. I'm sorry if I'm, like, strobe lighting or something. Yes, I thought there might be a secret back here. A little ghost to hug. And a leg. In a wheelbarrow. Wagon. I'm gonna try to keep that out of the screen as much as possible. Just because, I don't know, it doesn't feel particularly pleasant to be pointed at I have to have a flashlight pointed at you. Scissors. So this seems like it's a hospital. We were at a school earlier. I hope my Steam notifications do show up on stream. Well, Penguino's playing Gary's Mod. I think I'm supposed to go back there. Maybe not. I saw the camera. Kind of hope that this... Oh yeah, I for sure am right. So there's an open door. So the last game had a lot of like fat people as monsters, which I forgive as being in service to that game's core themes. Although, to be fair, not my place to forgive that. But the first game was all about food and the horror of eating, and so it kind of made sense with themes. I hope that it's not like disability as monster in this section, because that's a trope, and one that I wouldn't particularly want to have trot out here. I guess the janitor being like blinded kind of falls into that category. But it wasn't his blindness that made him a monster. It was the exceedingly long arms. And the reason he was blind is not because of like visual impairment, but because of skin peeling off of his face. I don't know. Again, not really my place to say this is okay or not okay. But okay. I'm gonna get some beans. Beans, please. It's probably soda, right? I'm gonna pretend it's beans. Beans. Ah, I hate that noise. So that was cool. That was a cool thing I saw. I don't know if it'll do it again. Yeah, it did. It did. So here, look. I'm just holding it. And then here, I'm holding it up and I'm looking at the button. I feel like the first game didn't really do that, where like it wouldn't show you when you were in range of something, and a lot of times you just had to kind of guess. Oh, I just admit that just like jump scared me. That body, or is it even a body? It's a TV. So this seems to be the equivalent in this. So these are like disabled people or amputee. I mean, maybe not even people. That one is possibly. I can't tell if it's a mannequin or if it's prosthetics. This is like the equivalent of the food, of the hunger sections in the first game. Sections where mono has to go into the TV. Is mono a word related to TV? Like mono and stereo or whatever? I wonder if that's an intended connection. So far, it doesn't seem different than the first time. Yeah, almost exactly the same as the first time. 6 kind of comes out the other end with me, so to speak. Nothing different that time. So if it's like the first game, the pattern is going to be like the first 2 times are pretty normal. That was just like 6 eating bread the first 2 times. And the third time, again, spoilers for the first Little Nightmares game. The third time was 6 eating a rat. So it started to get a little bit more monstrous, so to speak. A little bit. And then the fourth time, it cranked up to 11. So I am sort of expecting that. I see. I imagine the objective here is to get 2 of those fuses. I was calling them light bulbs earlier, but they're fuses. And bring them to that elevator. I don't know that. I've never played this game in my life. But that's what I'm guessing. This is an X-ray machine. There's a teddy bear with a key in it. I wonder if that... I kind of hope that's actually relevant. That'd be a cool little detail if I find a teddy bear. Oh, 6, don't do that. I don't like it. You do not need any more, I don't think you need that in your life. Okay. Kids playroom or whatever. And there is a teddy bear. Donkey. Is this the kind of thing I can go through? No. Sometimes there are little secrets like that. Now, there we go. Presumably, what are those drawings? So there's the eye, the omnipresent eye. There's a dude in black. There is a ghost. There's a spiral, etc. I have a feeling, not sure. I have a feeling if I do this and the key is in the bear, I have a feeling 6 is going to do something. It's just a vibe. Huh? Okay. 6 is doing something with a duck. Can I did kind of want to see what was in the bear, though. That looks more like a pug than a bear. God, that's so creepy. Nothing, right? This one looks like, this looks like Kingseeker Framped from Dark Souls. They all kind of look like that. I can't tell if I'm just supposed to get a different one or what. I know that that duck has an egg in it, which is cool, but it was definitely the bear that has the key. Oh, I guess not. Thank you for showing me the egg. I do appreciate it. I can't... How do I get the key? I'll carry it around until I find like a saw or something. Maybe I'll leave it here. I wonder what this duck is going to be for. morgue. By the looks of it, is this like a hook? Yes. These are all various. Again, because of the context of us being in a hospital, I'm not sure if these are like prosthetics or if they're like pieces of mannequins. There were mannequins earlier on, but contextually, I think these are probably prosthetics. That's an incinerator. I get it. I had initially thought we were going to be cutting the key out of the teddy bear. Not so. Not so. I'm very sorry to this stuffed animal and to the child who perhaps cared about it. Don't go in there with it. That doesn't seem smart. Six was right there. Six could have just incinerated me. Okay, now you be on your best behavior. You stay right here. Stay. No. Oh, I hate this. Oh, this high... Okay. Okay. That... I was frightened. I was frightened that something was going to be different when I came out. Okay, now we go upstairs. I still did not get any fuses. Let's go to the right first. Good guess. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Doesn't have a head. But unfortunately, I cannot assume that means it won't come to life. Jesus. Some Resident Evil perspective shifts. Not really, because it's all from the same perspective, but the directionality, I guess, is different. Okay. So, I'm going to say this every time. We've just been separated, however temporarily, we've just been separated from Six, so we feel more vulnerable right now. I just want to, I like to track the feelings that a game is supposed to be putting in you. We feel more vulnerable, so we expect there's going to be either a scare or a fake out. Like that, exactly, precisely like that. Uh, jeez. Okay, I thought that was gonna be like a leech from the first game. Okay, well now we know that these prosthetics can move. And now I'm scared of everything. Oh man, I really hate this. It's not even the fact that they're prosthetics. I don't find that especially creepy. At least not while they're disembodied. I'm more frightened that it could have, yeah, that it could hurt me. It is, I don't know. That looks like it's not a person. That looks like it's just a normal hand. Listen to that music. Okay, so I'm supposed to climb. I was able to jump over it before. Yeah, okay, pretty easy to just juke. I was gonna ask if it could climb. I was just thinking that. I forgot to crouch. That's okay. That's okay. So look at what it did. It just sort of like introduced it to you in this part, and then it or I guess it's in this part, huh? Yeah, it introduced. Oh, you can see it down there. So it introduces you after like teasing you. It said, "Here's the hand. It can move." Then it's sort of moving in the background, so you don't know what it's gonna do. Then in here, it introduces that, okay, it's an enemy. But it pretty quickly gives you a safe spot right here. So we feel like maybe you die there once or twice, maybe you don't. I didn't. Whatever. But you're like, okay, I have a handle on this thing, just get from safe place to safe place. And then to prevent you from feeling too comfortable, then it starts climbing. So it sort of escalates. Oh, geez. This doesn't feel... What am I supposed to do? Okay. Just be faster, I guess. I wonder if you can slide under there. You probably can. So I have like a little bit of a head start this time. Okay, I felt pretty sure that it was going to follow, but it did not. Okay. I hope my analysis doesn't make this like way less scary. It doesn't for me. I do it because I'm trying to follow what the game is like teaching me and making me feel. I'm looking for hats, but it doesn't seem like there's a hat. I'm just trying to say, like, okay, the game scares you, then it makes you feel a little uncertain, then it makes you feel safe, and then when you think when you're solving it, and you feel like a little more at ease, then it kind of rips that away from you. It's in the vents. It's in the vents. It's in the vents. On the other side, oh god. That's not where I was expecting it to fall. Speed run. Speed run. Turn around. Climb up here. Look. Nice try. Where am I going? Where am I going? Here. Okay. So, for the record, I defeated the Granny in Little Nightmares DLC. I am an expert of just outrunning things. Oh, not that much of an expert, apparently. We've learned, okay. We didn't learn! Okay, so it has... okay. We've learned from the dolls that we can crush things. And I guess I guess it sounds like it's a prosthetic more than it looks like one now. But like, okay, if it's like made of ceramic or something, we can break it like a doll. However, the timing there, I either was off or it's different. So I gotta like... You gotta give it the twofer. Okay, it's not done yet. Okay, it's a boss fight, basically. I'm guessing 3. The only reason I guess 3 is because that's like video game standard. Yeah, it's a video game enemy, so it takes 3 hits. Because The Legend of Zelda exists. Actually, I don't actually know if Legend of Zelda started that. But that's what I associate it with, is like... You gotta go through 3 cycles of... I guess it's not Zelda, it's probably Mario, huh? You gotta hit, in Super Mario Brothers 2, you gotta hit the Koopalings 3 times? I don't know. It's a very old, established trope. That feels safe to assume often. I'm pretty sure the lady in the first game was a 3-hit deal. But I could be wrong. What are you up to, 6? So if you're just joining us, by 1 viewer, if you're just joining us, 6 is the player character of the first game who sort of increasingly as the game goes on, you feel less and less connected to as the player. Like, you control her, but she starts doing things that you don't really want or ask her to do. And by the end of the game, huge spoiler, she's just like a killing machine. And you're not really in control of her anymore. In this game, she's sort of been our friend, but there have been, such as that, periodic reminders that she is scary. And I'm finding that something about this game whether you put the music box together to figure out, not literally put it together, but like if you knew from the music box that this was 6 originally, because she didn't always have the raincoat at the beginning of the game, whether you realized it was 6 or not from the music, there was a growing sense throughout the first 2 chapters that 6, while helpful and friendly, like, look, you can hold hands and you can talk. While friendly is not, that relationship is not secure any more than 6's friendship with the gnomes was secure. Like, in the first game, 6 hung out with and hugged a ton of gnomes before finally devouring one. So you don't feel... I'm like, okay, we're friends right now, 6, but I don't really trust you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I get it. I just almost ran off that. That would have been embarrassing. So I do eventually need to put this in here. But for now, I need... for now, I need to put it... I swear I'm not doing that on purpose. Step away from the generator. There we go. Yeah, I'm anticipating. The game is making me feel like 6 is not entirely trustworthy, and that 6 is, like, capable of doing dangerous things. So I don't feel super secure in her goodwill towards me. So that fuse door was there to make sure I did the key door first. Which means this is, in fact, a later part of the game. It wasn't a situation where I could go left or right. And what that means is that they are allowed to... Okay, I see. I think I'll finish my first thought. It means they're allowed to use things that they taught us with the hand against us now. One of the things about, like, non-linearity in video games is if the game doesn't know whether you go left or right first, they can't throw things at you assuming you did one or the other. So non-linear sections tend not to add detail onto one another. They tended to be separate and have different sorts of puzzles. But because this was a situation where I had to go right and then go left, it can assume that I know, for example, that these prosthetics can be alive and can be dangerous and can be killed with a sledgehammer and can climb things. I don't know if that'll be relevant again, but it would be fair play of the game to do that. Gee Willikers. The other thing is, I think I'm supposed to I saw the fuse in that cell. I'm supposed to put it in that tray and then come back here and open it to retrieve it. That frightens me. Again, I'm going to say it every single time. We have just been separated from 6, so we feel scared and vulnerable. Oh yeah, it's moving all right. It only moves when the lights are off. That's what it seems like. It seems like it only moves when the lights are off. I am almost certain. Oh my god. Okay, it's scary. It's scary, but they introduced it same as the hand. They introduced it in a pretty safe way. They telegraphed that it was going to start moving long before it started moving. They gave ample opportunity to get around it. And now we feel safe. Oh, I didn't know that before. You can stumble if you, like, mash opposite directions. Okay, anyway. Now we feel safe. So look for fake outs where the game is going to make you think that you're going to be safe and then subvert that somehow. So we thought, like, being on the platform is safe from the hand. But then the climbing isn't. The climbing section was not safe. Even though you might have thought it was. There are going to be situations, I'm guessing, where the game has conditioned us to feel safe, and then they're going to take that away somehow. This is the way I'm supposed to go. I'm going to look the other way. I also have no idea if my flashlight is going to be effective against them at all. It could be, because it's light, but that's not something that I know for sure. Okay, it's just a door. I just wanted to make sure there weren't any hats and or ghosts to hug. But, like, right now, I feel definitely unsettled, but I feel like I know how these things work. I know how they work, so I can, I can handle it. And where I'm going to get scared is when they change how they work or disrupt it somehow. Certainly one of these is going to move. I feel it. The game is making me feel like there's a steady build of tension. As I go deeper and deeper into this room, that means further and further away from safety. Okay. Got it. So that's how they've disrupted me. Is there are multiple things now, and there are no lights, which means I do need to kind of rely on my flashlight, but I can't point it. So they tricked me into pointing it at this thing, and then they grabbed me from behind. It does seem to work, for whatever that's worth. It does seem to freeze them when I have my flashlight on. But when they're in opposite directions, I can't. It's also not completely wieldy to actually use the flashlight. They're still going over there. So I definitely feel like more tense now that I know. Because I have this flashlight, it is fair of the game to throw them at me anytime. Okay. And that means like, I can no longer fully rely on light sources because this light source is directional. We're in this room again. I wonder if I can just sort of blitz. Yeah, I totally can. I totally can. So the challenge of that room relies on surprising you, not on actually being difficult in any. You know what? I completely forgot which one was the moving one. So I can just like go right through this. I have to sort of stay out of the way. Okay, I actually want to hug this side and then shine my light. Shine my light. I can't shine my light at both of them, so I'm unsettled now. Now I'm scared because gosh, when they start to like pile up and come from different directions, that's really it's scary because I can't have my light on all of them. Plus, I can't really point my light where I'm not moving. Okay, it's in the back window that I have to angle my way towards. Okay, I think I know what to do. This is unsettling. I'm wondering though if it's going to be like this all the way or if they're going to introduce like a bigger monster. Now I need to keep my light on this one as I go over here. You're telekinetic. You're a telekinetic being who pulled me in. Okay, so I can't completely blitz the way I can with this room. This room I could just run past them and outrun. I tried that there. But I think I do need to spend some time with the light on them in order to like obstruct their. And you can't point blank them either. I'm learning, and the fear is subsiding, and I'm just like, okay, these are just guys. They can be solved as a Goomba can be solved by just figuring out how they work. Which is, it's genuinely a weakness of games that do this. I was scared of these things. You know, I'm not usually gonna say like, I'm not gonna usually scream at a game. That's not how I express my own fear. But I was frightened, and now it's just rote. I have so that I'm wondering, is there's like something I'm missing? Because it's too hard to get my light on them reliably. But like, I'm not really scared anymore because they're not surprising me. Now it's just a matter of just doing it. That's the balancing act So I can just like chill for a second. Maybe this is what I need to do, is just take it a little slow. That's a balancing act with games that do checkpoints and death like this. It's just like, how many times is the average player going to have to go through a section? And is that, at what point does it stop being scary or fun? Because if it takes too long, I can't stay there. What if I go there? Nope. I stopped too long. That was like better. I made it further. Stay in the back wall. Look at him. Don't stop there. Do stop. Oh my goodness. I feel like there's something I'm just missing. Because I have a hard time like aiming the flashlight. Even when I'm looking at it, it does not seem to stop. And I can't really just run past. Okay, now I gotta run. What? Why did I stop? Why did I just stop? I'm gonna get grabbed right here. I'm actually amazed that that worked. I just stopped running at some point. Like, Mono just straight up stopped. I'm gonna take a drink. I don't know what I did differently there. At all. So I would like say that room is kind of a miss. It started out really strong, and then I realized I can just run past those first guys. Whereas these guys, it was just a matter of doing it until it worked, and I feel like I didn't do anything differently. I don't feel like I learned the proper way to get through that room. That was kind of a miss. I feel like I just had to do that until it wasn't scary, and do it a few times till there wasn't any more risk or whatever. That's where I'm supposed to go. Likely. I hope that's not a secret. These doors do not seem open. I'm wondering if there's a hug ghost over here. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, this is that's a scare hallway, right? An ambiance hallway. You're just supposed to see it and feel small, and like there's a threat at the end of the hallway. It doesn't actually do anything. It just adds a little sense of depth, because the previous room had no depth at all. I learned something now that would have helped a lot. I forgot. I knew that you could use the arrow keys to look around. I had forgotten. I actually don't know if this is the case in the DLC to the first game. It probably is. I'd forgotten that you can use the arrow keys while you have the flashlight out. So because I didn't have to use the mouse for anything in that room, the way I'm supposed to have done it was to aim. That's why I was having trouble, is because I was not using the aiming feature. Okay, I feel a little bit better about that room in hindsight, just knowing that there was a mechanic that I wasn't using that would have made it easier. It didn't really teach me that, but I think it was a fair... It would have been fair for me to have assumed that I could have done that, and I just didn't. I still think that room could have been better, but I feel less mad about it. Okay. That was really startling, because I thought something was coming out. And then I had to go somewhere. This is scary. I feel really... Yeah, this is just like the, Oh. This reminds me... that startled me. That startled me really bad. I thought it was coming out and that I had to, like, move. Wow, yeah, that shocked me. It reminds me of the, in the first game, in Chapter 4, there is the guests, which I don't love the guests. On several different levels, I don't really love the guests. But one of those levels, I don't like that it's like almost entirely a chase sequence. But one of the few parts that isn't a chase sequence is just this. It's just this, and it's shocking, and I like that it really surprised me. It startled me when it happened. But really what it is just like, it's just a path to a maze, except where you can't super clearly see where the safe spots are, so you sort of just have to guess, or not guess, but estimate. There it is, and now, yeah, definitely, this is the guests, right? This is the guests. It was scary. It was scary. And knowing that I did use the flashlight a little bit there. I don't think I would have needed it, but it helped. I can still hear them. I don't like that. But if I go back... They left. Later, guys. Oh, no. If I stay here, are they gonna come? Doesn't sound like it. Maybe if I went further back, they would have. Well, I didn't mean to jump down without surveying the surroundings first, but okay. Soap. I don't actually want the soap. Oh. I don't like that, though. The light is going to come on, right? So now I can take a soap without being in complete darkness. And watch for where I lift my hands, and then I can throw. I'm wary of this thing. Okay. I should be able to move it, right? I feel like if I try to push it from the front, it's gonna grab me, but here goes. Nope, it can't. Okay. I mean, surely that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Just pull it over here. So what's not? Do I have to move over to here? I don't see why I would. Okay. Let's check this side of the room again. Maybe it's this. I think I get it now. So the light's off, which means maybe now the door is maybe open or openable. But yeah, that's exactly, yeah, okay. Okay, I get it. So I need to... I was pointing it right at you. Okay. Okay. I get it. I actually, it did shock me, so even though I predicted it, it's not hard to predict. I am not doing any, like, hyper intense predictions. I'm just trying to listen to what the game is telling me is going to happen. I thought it wasn't going to happen until I was closer than I was. So even though I kind of knew it was coming, it still startled me. This is, like, hard to do. No. See, like, every time I move, the thing stays. There's no, like, lock on button as far as I know. God, this is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky. Nope, I went the wrong way. I thought it was coming in the foreground. God, this is tough. So I talked about this on my last stream. It reminds me of the section in the DLC where you have to turn that crank. I think it's a crank. While those little spirits are kind of swarming you. And you have to do the, like, you have to turn the crank, then blast them with your flashlight, then turn the crank, then blast them, and so on and so forth. And you have to keep doing that. And the juggling is really difficult. Or at least more tense. It's more tense. Okay. I'm gonna try not using the arrow keys because they do not seem super reliable. Why is it doing this, right? I'm pointing away. I did just have the possibly obvious idea that once the wheelchair is in place, Once the wheelchair is in place, I don't actually have to... I can go back and turn the light on. Did you just T-pose? I can't really T-pose because of the wall next to me. Yeah, these things, I'm not really satisfied with the way these work. I really don't know if I'm just like controlling it all wrong. Okay. Why are you aiming? Okay. The light. The light. The light. I'm gonna let it come all the way over here. Yeah, like, come on. Oh, that was bad. Oh, man. There's like, I don't know if it's a cooldown or what happened, but I was not able to turn it off. I double clicked and it went on, then off. And then I clicked a third time and it didn't go on for like a second or two. I don't know if it's, that was scary. That was scarier than it needed to have been. Okay. Just a little further. Just a little further. Now, what I need to do is go all the way back and turn this goddamn light on. Woo! That was scary. I didn't even think it was going to get that close to me. Oh, that's a nail biter. Okay. Well, I had to get the hang of the way the flashlight works when you're using the arrow keys. Oh, I'm going to be furious if this is not close enough yet. Oh! I just had to get it out of the chair. I way overcomplicated that. I just had to get it out of the chair, then turn the light on, because now I can move the chair. For some reason, my brain thought I can only move the chair when the lights are off. Goodness gracious. I way overcomplicated that. All I had to do was to wake it up, then run back to the light. This room reminds me of the room where you meet the janitor for the second time in the DLC. With like the glass on it. Someone's over there. Hi, dude. Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay, now I'm running. Now I'm just running. Okay. They're throwing it. Oh, I don't like this. They're throwing a lot at me. I just have to learn where they are. I got too foregrounded there. No. They're gonna burst through this wall, certainly. Right? I probably do not have infinite time here. Oh, maybe I do. Oh god. The light is gonna go out, huh? Please help. Can I get in there? Oh, no. Okay, the door. Okay. 6. Oh man, 6. Have I got a story for you? That was scary. That was scary. I didn't really love the way it felt gameplay-wise. It felt a little finicky. Maybe that's because I'm not playing on controller. Probably a right stick would have been easier to control. Oh, thanks, 6. That's great. That's a great little touch that they cut out a little bit of the backtracking because 6 will do it for you. That just saves you time. That's great. And it gives you a sense that 6 is actually helping and not just there to serve as an optional lock. That thought wasn't expressed clearly. Like, sometimes 6 is just there as a way of saying, you can't go here yet. But sometimes 6 is, like, genuinely helpful. Like that. It's not much, but, like, saves me walking that way and then coming back. Sometimes 6 just means you can jump a little further because 6 reaches their hand or whatever. Okay. So we had moving prosthetics, we had moving mannequins of a sort. This is going to be the... I heard something. This is going to be the big monster. Okay. I'm ready to be terrified any second. But I think they're going to build it a little bit. I think they're going to, like, let me stew in my terror for a couple minutes. Maybe not a couple minutes. Maybe just a room or two. But, like, 6 is here. Probably shouldn't just stay crouched. That probably is counterproductive. I haven't seen a hat in a really long time. Which probably just means I'm missing the hats. I was really bad at finding the bottles in the first game. Not. Don't worry. See, these, they're a little finicky to hit, but they're way more forgiving in their timing than the... Like, if you miss once or twice, it's actually okay. That time it wasn't, but, like, that felt fair. Like, I felt like there were a couple times where I deserved to have died, and then the hands just missed, rather than, like, teleporting onto you magnetically the way that the full-size mannequins were. So it's like a little bit of finickiness, but also fairly forgiving. Like, I don't feel like I'm just completely screwed. So something interesting there, I think they, like, not that they came out in a different order, but that it wasn't completely scripted. That it's like, see, this guy's gonna come out as soon as I come over here, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just misread it. Like, I thought the one that was in the back over here came out faster that time than it did the first time. But maybe I'm wrong. Interesting. This reminds me of the mask maker from Hollow Nest. Not Hollow Nest. Well, yes, from Hollow Nest. From Deep Nest in Hollow Knight. In the kingdom of Hallownest. There's something over here. Some of these faces, some of them look like guests. One of them looks almost like the granny in the top left. I'm just, you know, noticing things. I can't look over there yet. There's something massive. Or it's on the ceiling. Creepy. Oh, and those deep, deep horns are coming. Just like it's one of my favorite tracks in the first game. Is the twins' chase theme. Yeah, God. Wow. That. It's really good. So it crawls around on the ceiling. See, this is good, and this doesn't feel like, music-wise, it feels like the twins. But it doesn't feel especially like, I guess it's big the way the guests were, but this feels like it's a unique monster. Whereas, like, the teacher was great. The teacher was super scary, but the teacher did feel like this is this game's version of the janitor. The hunter was unique in a not a very good way. Like, it didn't feel like any of the first game's enemies. It just kind of felt worse. Like, not as scary, not as creepy as what was in the first game. But this guy, based on just first impressions, he feels like he's a unique type of enemy who is going to do different things than any of the monsters in the first game. Could be wrong. Maybe this will wind up just being what the twins were or something. But visually different. Like, again, this like obesity as monstrosity is not my favorite at all. But it's not just that, right? Like, we would still be creeped out if this were a normally proportioned person, because crawling on the ceiling is just creepy. And the heavy breathing is creepy. So I'm gonna make a run for it. Oh, I picked a bad timing. I guess we're gonna see what happens. I could have made it. I totally could have made it. I just didn't know where I was supposed to go. I didn't see the door, or I didn't see the vent yet. I think I hesitated too much. Another thing that's really unsettling about it is its sight lines, right? It's hard to judge its... Six, you gotta move, Six. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I really don't. I really have no idea. I can't tell how well it's like tracking me. It looks like it didn't know where I was for a second. Like, if I stop... No, it for sure knows. It for sure knows where I am. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I need to get a thing. Ah! I need to get a thing. Okay, you can hide from it, though. I see the things in the back. So this implies that you can sort of lose it. Like, maybe if I were able to hide for long enough, it would have left me alone. Oh, I need to, like, rest my crouch finger. I hope... Oh, it's totally gonna see me. It's totally gonna see me here. Like I said, really hard, apparently, like, really hard. Apparently, very hard to estimate where this thing is looking, which is a really great way to make me feel unsafe. Because I felt pretty safe there, and apparently was not at all. Go under here. I wonder what this is, what its name is. Is it going to be the Doctor, or... Don't pick it up. But I'm tempted to say, you know, we'll have to see how this level wraps up. But I'm tempted to say that this is the best monster so far in the game. Just because it feels like it's its own thing. It doesn't feel like it's... I'm just talking design-wise. I'm not talking about gameplay-wise. But it doesn't feel like it's trying to be anything from the first game. No, don't pick that back up. Don't pick it back up. Oh. What am I supposed to... I can't climb. No way can I just climb. Oh, thank God. It kept the monkey. It kept the monkey head. Okay, I just wasn't fast enough. I am sure I need to go up there. But just like... I wasn't fast enough, so it saw me. 6? What I'd really like to have seen... I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse this way. But what I'd like to have seen is, like, evidence of... Like, earlier in the level, and maybe there is, and I just didn't pick up on it. But earlier in this chapter, I would have liked there to be evidence of something that, like, lives on the ceiling. Like, furniture tied to the ceiling, that sort of thing. Because I'm thinking about the first game, like, when you're in the janitor's area, there's stuff that's, like, super duper tall that makes you think this is a place where someone lives who has incredibly long arms. And when I think it's in the Granny's area in the DLC, there's like furniture that is, when you drain the water, there's furniture that is tied down to underwater to make you think something lives in the water that like likes to sit in chairs. But I don't think I've seen anything yet that says this area is inhabited by a monster who walks on the ceiling. There's still more chapter left. So, but it's a way it could have foreshadowed what the monster was and give it a really strong sense of belonging. But maybe it doesn't need that. Maybe that makes it too... Maybe giving it like a ceiling bed or something would make it feel too ordinary. One of these holes it's going to stick its hand through. I feel it. The music is completely stopped. Just auto-saved. Okay. color palette wise, and even architecture wise, this reminds me of the Granny's Lair. I can't like completely put my finger on it, but it just does. Part of it is just the color palette. I'm like, is there any entrance by which this big monster could go in? And I don't think so. So I feel a little safe. Oh? Is this what we're doing? I didn't realize that's what we were doing. Okay. Oh yeah, it for sure can... Well, maybe not. I need to get a better look. It seems like it can probably come through that wall over on the left. Maybe not. Okay, I thought that wall was like an opening. God, I do not like this. Let it be known how little I like this. Doing some morgue platforming, huh? I do feel a growing sense of confidence that the monster is not going to show up here. That this is just a platforming section, so that's nice, at least. And this swing's closed. Oh, cool. Rugrats. I don't know why this reminded me of the Rugrats. Did they do a lot of parkour on furniture in Rugrats? They probably did, right? It's a show I watched a lot of and remember very little. Thank you, 6. This chapter is almost 2 hours long. I don't know if that's just because I went through it slowly or if it's actually quite long. But I feel like it should end pretty soon. I'm not complaining. I feel like it's been paced pretty well with like the go right, go left. Okay, now here's the big guy. Oops. Oh. Excuse me, 6. I didn't mean to do that. Just let go of the mouse button for a second. But I'm glad you were willing to go first. Okay, that's him. There is not, one thing I'm noticing, there's not a ton of cover in this room. Oh good, at least he washes his hands. I see the fuse in the back. I do not love the prospect of having to go get it. Like, that's a tough place for it to be, huh? Oh, he's sawing them. Yeah, go to the back corner. I'm gonna move over here. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, you didn't see me. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I don't like this. I mean, I ethically don't like this. I don't think I have any way of pulling that. So I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. Oh, now there's a way I can pull it. Why would I do this? Why would you make a puzzle that makes me do this? It's just like the TV in the chef's, in the twins' room. Oh. Can I... Oh God. I do not have infinite time here. Do you help me? Do you help me or what? What am I supposed to... Oh, I pulled this out. I pulled this out. I feel bad. This is taking me so long. There's no way I get away with this. I just, like, forced him to resuscitate a living thing so that I could get a fuse. God, that's grotesque. I mean... Is this okay? Nope! I thought I could maybe just hide it. I was supposed to have run. Open the door. Open the damn door. Oh! Oh, that was abrupt. Not a Buster Keaton moment there. It looks like it maybe could have been, but it was not. Okay, open the dang door. Open the dang door. Okay, what happened is that I didn't slide well enough. I didn't slide that time either! Jeez. Oh, man. 6 is so fast. Jeez. What am I... 6 got the speed. Okay, give me a good slide. There we go. That gives me a little bit more leeway to work with here. I thought. Is jumping not fast? I kind of had the assumption that jumping was fast, but maybe it's not. Okay, I didn't. This is probably the final chase sequence. That's a guess. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm not supposed to jump there. Not supposed to slide there either, huh? I keep thinking I'm doing things that'll speed it up and they just slow down, huh? Slide. That was a good slide. Okay, I crouched for so long though. Okay. Just keep running. Just run in a straight line. W key. Crawl for your life. Mono. Crawl for your life. There's no way I can possibly speed this up. Was that a hat? It got me! I couldn't even see where I was. Okay, so I'm just not supposed to crouch. Shut the damn door! Six, you are brutal. I want to know why the monster ignored 6 though. The dolls didn't. Hey. Jeez. I do need a boost though. Okay. I think as soon as I get an achievement that says I finished the chapter, I'm going to end the stream. It says I have 1 viewer. That might just be me. I'm not sure. But if you've been hanging out, thank you. I appreciate it. Hospitalized. Okay. I'm gonna exit to main menu, and then I'm gonna... Yes. Chapter selection. Let's see. Okay. I did not find very many glitching remains. Those are the ghosts. But I did get both of the hats in chapter 1. Chapter 2, I got none of the hats, but half of the glitching remains. Chapter 3, I just totally pooped the bed. You're not giving me the names of the chapters here. That's disappointing. Okay. Bye. Bye.